Hello, my name is Gabriel Lucio, and my CIPD learner number is 9160033. This is my mock interview with Guillermo Lucio for Unit 3C004.
Hello, my name is Guillermo Lucio, and I consent for Gabriel Lucio to record and upload this interview where he sees fit.
Thank you. Shall we get started?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you. So, morning. How are you?
Hey, I'm not too bad. What about yourself? You okay?
I'm fine. Thank you very much. Thank you for making this this possible. I know it's in a Zoom call, so it's a little bit easier for both of us, but I'd rather it be in person. But I'm sure this will be fine if this is okay.
Yeah, absolutely. It's an absolute pleasure to be interviewed by yourself.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Right. So you'll be just to make sure we're on the right page. I'll be interviewing you for the position of people assistant at Jimmy Joe. Okay. The interview should take approximately 20 to 25 minutes. I will ask a series of questions about your experience, skills, and suitability for the role. I may ask you some follow-up questions. Okay. Just for further information. Don't be scared. Have fun. Answer as you see fit. Be nice and relaxed. Okay.
Okay.
Do you have any questions while we begin?
No, I don't think so. No, thank you.
Thank you. Right, let's get started. So, the classic. Could you briefly tell me about yourself and why you applied for this position role?
Yeah. I currently work in an administrative role where I support a team with scheduling, maintaining records, reporting to inquiries, and in general, I enjoy helping people and making sure processes run smoothly. I applied for this role because I'm interested in developing my career within HR, and I think my administration and customer service experience would transfer well into a personal assistant position.
Fantastic. And what interests you more about HR?
I enjoy working with people and helping employees receive the support they need. I also find recruiting and employee development really, really interesting. And I can see myself having a great future and a worthwhile career, especially at Jamila.
Good answer. Very good answer. So, right, let's talk about organization. Okay, obviously being a people professional, being organized is a must. It's something that we hold dear. Obviously, it comes with the job, can I say?
Yeah.
Yeah, as you can imagine. So, how about you tell me about a time where you had to manage several tasks at once, like multitasking, something along those lines?
Ooh, that's a very good question. Okay. In my current role, there are often multiple requests coming in at the same time. And one very dominant example is when I had to prepare weekly reports, answer customer emails, and organize a team meeting during the same week. I had made a list of tasks, prioritized urgent items, and set deadlines for myself. I also used Outlook reminders to stay organized, and ultimately, as a result, all the tasks were completed on time, and my manager was pleased with the quality of work.
Nice. Very good answer. Do you like using Outlook reminders? It's quite easy, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's really, really helpful. Even in the professional life and day-to-day life as well.
Oh, using data. That's a very good. Same here actually. That's very, very good. Very, very good. Nice one. Just a quick follow-up, which I have here. Excuse me, I am looking at the questions here. I have it on my laptop, so if I keep looking down, then forgive me. What would you do if two managers wanted urgent support, let's say?
Ooh,
So you have two people wanting two different things, two different times, or even at the same time. What would you do?
Okay. Me personally, I would most likely discuss my priorities with both managers and I'm going to try to be extremely considerate and understand the deadlines that they need. If needed, I would ask my manager for guidance, but most likely I would try to balance each task and try prioritize a task which is going to be needed to be completed first.
Nice one. Okay, I can see. Yeah, okay, that's a good one. Right, as you definitely know, I'm sure, we have to follow the law quite strictly in our
Yes.
endeavors, as you can probably imagine. And one of the big things is confidentiality. Obviously, we deal with people, we deal with their data, and we need to know how to deal with their data. So, I guess a classic would be, can you give me an example of when you handled confidential information?
Okay. Yeah, of course. In my current role, I sometimes deal with employee contact details and absence records.
Ah, okay.
I make sure, without fail, that documents are safely secured and they're stored very, very well. And I don't discuss confidential information whatsoever with people who do not need to access it.
Okay, that's good.
I understand that confidentiality is important because employees need to trust that the information is handled appropriately. And in the past, we have had cases where some customers, they wanted to exercise their right to erase data from our system and files. And according to the law, which is their right, I have continued to remove their files and keep their confidentiality and make sure all their data is secure and stored properly.
Okay, and coming up into that, obviously knowing that confidentiality is important, and you said that you don't give away information to people that don't need access to it or don't have access to it to begin with. What would you do if a colleague did ask for information that they weren't authorized to see?
Okay. The only way I would handle this is I would explain that I cannot share the information of customers, and I would definitely refer them to the appropriate manager if necessary, just to make sure that customer confidentiality is at its peak, and to make sure nothing is leaked, to keep that level of interest and trust in between us and our customers.
I see. Okay, thank you. So, what else can I ask you? It would be one thing that I really like, I quite enjoy quite a lot actually, which is customer service. Obviously, Jamijo, Jamijo, as you know, is a call center. Okay, so it's a call center, so that's what we deal with on a regular basis. So that's why obviously I asked you about the confidentiality and then multitasking along those lines. So customer service is a very, very, very high priority for us. We try to keep it at the best it possibly can, at the highest standard. We try to keep our standards extremely, extremely high, not just for our clients, but also for us. Because if we set our standards quite high, then as you can imagine, it portrays back into their clients, and it shows. So I would appreciate it if you could describe a situation where you provided some incredible customer service, please.
Yeah, of course, I can absolutely do that. A customer once contacted me because they were really unhappy about a delay in receiving information. And of course, no one likes to have a delay in receiving any of their, information, or let's say in the parcels industry, they don't like receiving their parcels late. And
sure, yeah, no,
one thing
I'd be quite angry, to be fair. No, I get it.
Yeah, I'd be quite annoyed. And I listened carefully to their concerns, and to avoid any conflict in between us and the customer, I apologize for the delay, first of all.
Sure.
And I followed up with an investigation on the delay. I contacted logistics and I asked them about any updates and any errors or delays that have been coming up and anything that I needed to relay to the customer. And as soon as I got a response from logistics, I kept the customer updated and provided the necessary information as soon as possible. The customer thanked me and was really, really grateful for me keeping them informed. And soon enough, the issue was resolved.
Okay, good. I can see it's quite an eventful situation.
Yeah.
I guess my follow-up would be, what was the most important thing you learned from that situation? Because obviously, we all make mistakes if need be. So obviously, if a client isn't happy, something happened. We're human. It's fine, and we make mistakes.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if we learn from that situation.
So one thing I really, really learned is that the way you speak to people and the way you communicate with people, it really makes an impact on how they perceive your business.
Yeah, I agree.
And I'm very, very certain that at Jamiju, you guys are incredibly, how do I say this? You guys are very interested in how customers perceive your business.
Of course.
And how they perceive your call center. And I 100% believe that at Jamiju, you guys can definitely, I don't know how to explain this, but you guys definitely care about how customers perceive each and every one of your employees.
Yes.
And I feel like communicating well with employees and communicating well with customers as well, it brings...
Hi. Hello. I think we're back. I think we've had a bit of a technical difficulty.
Yeah.
You okay? All good? I think we're okay. I think it was a
yeah, absolutely. Can you hear me fine? See me fine?
Perfect. Right, should we hop back into it?
Yes, absolutely.
So the question was, what was the most important thing you learned in that situation from the issue that you resolved and so on?
Yeah, absolutely. I found that communication is extremely important. Even if there is a delay, people appreciate being kept informed.
Yeah. Okay. That was a difficult one to get out, but okay. Yeah. Cool. No problem. So I want to talk about teamwork. Okay, teamwork is very important. Okay. Obviously, call center, lots of people, lots of team members, lots of staff. We have a lot of staff, so make sure that we get in with everyone and so on. Cool. So tell me about the time where you worked as a part of the team.
Yeah, absolutely. In my current department, we work together to prepare an annual audit. Everyone had different responsibilities, and I was responsible for checking documentation and updating records. During the project, we communicated regularly and supported each other when workloads were being increased. The audit was completed successfully and the team managed to achieve its deadline.
Okay, and that's how you worked as a team. And how do you deal with disagreements within the team?
I tried to, first of all, I put communication first. I tried to listen to the other person's perspective and focus on finding a practical solution rather than arguing. Because I feel like being in the moment where I can find a solution, rather than arguing, the person feels more heard and they feel, more inclined to resolve the situation, resolve the problem.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. I think that's a fair deal. If you keep communicating and you make sure that you're both communicating with each other, lots of problems don't need to be escalated and so forth. It's just fine.
Absolutely.
And coming up to just the last few questions, if you don't mind, I wanted to talk about your attention to detail. Obviously, we work at a quite fast-paced environment. lots of calls, and I mean lots of calls. So it's something that you're going to get a lot of complaints about. You're going to get you're going to have
Yeah.
to help a lot of the staff members out and so forth. And there's some things that you might be a little bit more inclined to miss. Some things that only you can see. The attention to detail is not one-sided. It's both. Either you can see something or you can't see something. Two sides of the same coin, double-edged sword, so forth. So, would you be able to tell me a time during your current position or a position previously in which you noticed an error and how you acted and so forth?
Yeah, absolutely. Whilst updating records, I noticed that some employee details were entered incorrectly.
All right,
Of
employee
course,
records, you mean?
yeah, absolutely. I saw that having wrongly inputted details, that's a really big risk.
Mm,
And
of course.
I checked the information against the original documents and corrected them. And whilst doing so, I informed my manager of the mistake as well. This prevented future problems and improved the accuracy to the database, which is extremely vital.
Yeah, absolutely. It is. Just to check, was that an error from your part, or was that an error from somebody else that you noticed?
No, I double checked my work and I saw that it wasn't from my end,
Oh,
and
okay.
someone had input the details incorrectly into the database, and I was just double checking everything to make sure
Oh, right, okay.
all the details matched to the
Lovely.
original documents. Yeah.
Perfect. Lovely. And what steps do you take to avoid mistakes?
Yeah. I often do a lot of double checks, and
Oh, yeah,
I
you
review
mentioned, yeah.
important information. Yeah, I review a bunch of important information before submitting it.
Good. Fantastic. Let's talk about if you were put in, let's say, a difficult situation. Plenty of those in life, right? But at work, we need to know how to deal with it. Tell me about a time where you had to deal with a difficult situation. It can be at home, at work, preferably at work, if possible. But
This is a very, very good question. A customer became frustrated during a telephone call, and they thought that their issue was taking too long to resolve. And one approach was I remained calm and listened carefully and explained the next steps that I would take.
okay.
Although the customer was initially upset, after inferring with them and talking to them, they became more cooperative after I listened to their concerns and listened to what they had to say. And I was constantly providing updates.
Ah, lovely. So it kind of links up to the previous questions.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, nice. Was that the same sort of situation?
It was a similar situation, not quite the exact same, but very, very similar.
Cool. Nice. And what would you do differently if that situation happened to reoccur, happen again?
I feel like that I would it would be best and I would try to provide updates even earlier. That way I feel like it would prevent a lot of build-up of frustration within the customer.
Okay.
And I feel like that would make it easier to communicate with the customer as well.
Nice. Okay, that's good to know. Right. So I don't want to take up too much of your time. So I'll ask one more closing question, and then we'll just close. Okay.
Okay.
I wanted to ask about your learning and development.
Mm-hmm.
We as people professionals, we have to always keep learning, always keep developing yourselves, always keep trying to grasp more knowledge and make sure you understand everything. Our job is quite difficult, as you know, and you definitely have figured out. So I wanted to test just a quick little thing from you. I wanted to see what skills you would like to develop in the future. Not what you have now, but in the future.
Ooh, that's a very good question. I think in the future, I would like to develop my HR knowledge, and particularly around recruitment. Not only recruitment, but I feel like employee relations as well. I'm interested in completing additional training and learning from experienced colleagues. Experienced colleagues simply as, because I've worked with them quite a lot, it would be easier to talk to, and speaking to someone that's had experience and someone that's easy to talk to and communicate with, I feel like I could learn quite a lot and absorb the information that's been relayed onto me.
Cool. Lovely. So I'm quite happy with that. Thank you very much for your time. I wanted to ask you if you've got any questions for me. So any questions about the role in the company or the company? Sorry, excuse me.
Yes, I've got a question for you. What training would be available for someone joining the people team?
Yeah, sure. Training would be normally provided during induction, where there would be opportunities for ongoing development. It's something that I think we had a little hiccup there. Apologise.
Yes.
No, but as I was saying, training will be provided during induction, and there will be a few opportunities for ongoing development and so forth.
Okay, thank you for that information.
No, thank you. It was a lovely meeting you. This
Equally
basically
here.
conducts the interview. Thank you very much for your time today, for answering these questions. We will, as a team, we will review all the candidates against the selection criteria. So there is no bias. It's just to make sure that we are choosing fairly for everyone. And we will be in contact regarding the outcome. Have a lovely day. Make sure you drink plenty of water, because I know it's very hot.
Absolutely.
Right now. Okay. So.
But yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for your time, and thank you for your interest.
Thank you very, very much. Have a fantastic time, Guilherme.
Thank you. You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.